This video discusses the deaths and misdeeds of Brianna Grier and celebrities Paul Sorvino, Tony Dow, Melanie Rauscher, William Hart, Jak Knight, Cooper Noriega, Nolan Neal, and others. Hello friends, this is Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini, where I provide unique analysis of world events based on the unmasked truth that after surrender, Germany continued World War II clandestinely and became a killing machine. I also provide true news that you will find nowhere else. Brianna Grier, a 28-year-old black woman from Georgia, mother of 3-year-old twin girls, died on July 21, 2022, after being in a coma for nearly 7 days. She apparently had a mental health episode leading to a 911 call by her parents requesting medical help for her. She was resisting being taken to the police station and was handcuffed before being put in the police van. According to the Georgia Bureau of Investigations, she got herself out of the back seat of the moving car and fell on the road, suffering brain trauma, putting her in the hospital with a coma. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump is back. He has been retained by Brianna Grier's family. Let me spare you the speculation and details of what happened, which will be revealed by the investigation. The truth is that Brianna Grier was put to death. Murders of white adults and of children of non-German ancestry had stopped about 20 to 21 years ago when the dark, hideous deeds of German masqueraders were fully discovered. But Brianna Grier was among the few abominable human beings who committed murder of white adults and or children in the past 5 years to receive financial rewards from German masqueraders. She deserved much worse than she got. Exhibiting mental health issues was just an act, in the hope that when she is caught and brought to trial, she would be deemed to be mentally incompetent to stand trial and thus escape justice. She resisted being taken to the police station because she sensed that the day of reckoning had come. There also seems to be an open season on mobsters these days, both real ones and those who played mobsters on TV and in film. Mobster actor Tony Sirico, who had a role in the TV series The Soprano, was executed on July 8, 2022. Now, the mobster movie actor Paul Sorvino, known for his role as mob captain Paulie Cicero in the movie Goodfellas and as New York Police Department Sergeant Phil Carretta in the TV show Law and Order, died on July 25, 2022 at the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Florida, aged 83. Here is something amusing about Paul Sorvino. In an April 2014 interview with the Orlando Weekly, Sorvino said, "Most people think I'm either a gangster or a cop or something, but the reality is I'm a sculptor, a painter, a best-selling author, many things, a poet, an opera singer, but none of them is gangster. But obviously, I sort of have a knack for playing these things. It's almost my later goal in life to disabuse people of the notion that I'm a slow-moving, heavy-lidded thug, and most people's impression of me is that because of the success of Goodfellas and a few other things, but they forget that I was also Dr. Kissinger and Nixon, the deaf lawyer and dummy, and they forget a lot of things that I've done. It would be nice to have my legacy more than that of just tough guy." There are so many people in the world like Paul Sorvino, particularly mobsters, who want to be remembered only for their so-called good deeds and accomplishments. But we draw the line at brutal murder of innocent adults and or children, especially when the murder is committed to receive help from German masqueraders to achieve success in their careers. Paul Sorvino was guilty of that. His accomplishments mean nothing to us. The murder he committed is everything to us, for which he deserved to be brought to justice. And he was, by being executed. He did not die a natural death. Anthony Lee Dow, the American actor, director, film producer, and sculptor, is famous for portraying Wally Cleaver in the TV sitcom Leave It to Beaver from 1957 to 1963. After Leave It to Beaver, Tony Dow appeared on other television shows such as Dr. Kildare, Never Too Young, and The Greatest Show on Earth. Then in the 1980s, he played his role as Wally in a TV movie and in the new Leave It to Beaver. In May 2022, Dow was diagnosed with liver cancer and died on July 27, 2022 at the age of 77. The truth, however, is that Dow did not die of cancer. He was put to death for the murder he committed in his younger days to receive masquerader sport with his acting career. William Hart, also known as Boogie, the founder of the Grammy-winning trio the Delphonics, died on July 14 at a Philadelphia hospital due to complications from surgery, according to his son Hardy. He was 77. The Delphonics had 6 top 40 hits and many top 20 R&B hits from the late 1960s to the mid 1970s. At that time, the only way to make it big in the entertainment and music industry was with German masquerader sport, which required meeting the hurdle qualification of murdering a white adult and or child of non-German ancestry. Hart met that qualification. He paid for it with his life, and he did not die due to mere complications from surgery. Singer Nolan Neal, who was a contestant on both America's Got Talent and The Voice, was found dead in his Nashville apartment on July 18, 2022 at age 41. In a 2020 interview with the local NBC affiliate, he openly discussed his struggles with substance abuse and rehab. He was still struggling with addiction when he competed on The Voice. Though no cause of death has been determined, the sad truth is that Neal was put to death for the murder he had committed in the past 5 years to receive help with his music career. Actress Melanie Rauscher, who appeared on Discovery Channel's Naked and Afraid in 2017 and a year later on season 4 of the show's spin-off Naked and Afraid XL, was found dead on July 17, 2022 at a home in Prescott, Arizona, where she was dog sitting. The homeowners returned home to find Rauscher dead in their guest room. She was 35. The police said that they found no obvious signs of foul play, drug paraphernalia, or a suicide note. The dog was not harmed. Rauscher did not just die a natural death while dog sitting. She is also one of those who committed a murder in the past 5 years and was executed for that crime. Selena Quintanilla Perez, the queen of Tejano music, a Mexican-American music style, was assassinated on March 31, 1995 at age 23 by Yolanda Saldivar, who claimed to be her biggest fan. Saldivar had become an employee who managed Selena's stores and was the head of a fan club. When Saldivar murdered Selena, she was no longer employed by Selena's family due to financial irregularities at the stores and because of complaints from members of the fan club. That could be an apparent motive for the murder, but that was a cover. The truth is that Selena had achieved success in her brief music career on her own merit, which never sits well with German masqueraders. So they pressured her to meet the hurdle qualification of murdering a white adult and or child of non-German ancestry or end her music career. If she did neither, she would be put to death. When Selena and her family did not give in to the threats, she was murdered to send her family and others a message who would not obey the German masqueraders. I bring up this murder committed more than 27 years ago to illustrate why many in the music, entertainment, and sports industry succumb to the threats of the masqueraders while others committed the murders on their own initiative to avail of the financial rewards offered. That's the reason all masqueraders and their allies should be exterminated for all the evils they have committed and continue to commit as opportunity presents itself. They will not stop until stopped by extinguishing their lives as punishment. Jak Knight was a rising star as a stand up and TV comedy writer when he was discovered dead at an embankment in Los Angeles on July 14, 2022, according to a spokesperson for the coroner's office. He had a gunshot wound to his head. His death was ruled as suicide. Knight was co-creator and star in Peacock's Bust Down and also wrote for Netflix animated series Big Mouth for 5 seasons, in which he was also the voice of Devon. His death at age 28 shocked Hollywood. The sad truth is that Knight did not commit suicide. He was executed for the murder of a white adult of non-German ancestry he committed in the past 5 years, for which he was rewarded with success in his career in the entertainment industry. Now, German masqueraders and their allies are experts at taking advantage of every opportunity to financially reward their allies who have joined their side by meeting their hurdle qualification. Social media such as YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok have been the latest boon. They also make great use of Amazon's online shopping. They move as a herd. Those whom they wish to financially reward are made into social media influencers, and millions are told to follow them. They are then able to monetize their content. They also put up worthless goods for sale on Amazon that cost them less than $1 to manufacture, which their army of followers buy at exorbitant prices such as $14.99, which makes the sellers rich. One such star on TikTok was Cooper Noriega, who was found dead in a parking lot in Los Angeles on June 9, 2022. He was 19 years old. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner says the matter is still being investigated. The truth is that Noriega was executed. One day before his death, he had posted a video stating, "Who else is thinking they're gonna die young?" He knew he was going to die young because he knew that the day of reckoning would be coming soon for the murder he committed quite recently to be awarded by the masqueraders. Cooper Noriega paid with his life. You may have noticed that all the people between the ages of 19 and 41 committed murders recently. Most of the murders had stopped in 2000 and 2001 when the full evil deeds of German masqueraders were discovered. But after a lapse of about 15 years, they started committing murders again, for which they were being brought to justice swiftly. People like Brianna Grier and Jak Knight committed murders thinking that they would get away with them and would be able to collect the financial rewards. They are finding out that their wickedness cannot remain hidden for long. Then there are others like Cooper Noriega, Melanie Rauscher, and Nolan Neal who receive communication from demons, which many German masqueraders do, and obey because they worship Satan the devil, thinking that he is a great god. They are no different from those to whom Satan and the demons communicated directly to carry out mass shootings and enthusiastically obeyed, such as Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold of Columbine High School infamy, 19-year-old Nicholas Cruz of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School shooting in Parkland, Florida, the 2017 Sutherland Springs, Texas church shooter, 26-year-old Devin Patrick Kelly, James Holmes, the Aurora, Colorado movie theater shooter, and Gendron, the Buffalo, New York Tops Friendly Market store shooter. As these mass shooters obey the demons to commit the shootings, So individuals like Cooper, Noriega, and Nolan Neal commit murders as they are told to do. There simply will be no relief from such killings until all Satan worshipping German masqueraders are exterminated, man, woman, and child. Bill Russell, perhaps one of the greatest basketball players of all time, who played as a center for the National Basketball Association team Boston Celtics from 1956 to 1969, winning 11 NBA championships, died on July 31, 2022 at age 88. The African American Star Trek actress Michelle Nichols, who played the Enterprise crew member Nyota Uhura on the TV series and in Star Trek films on July 30, 2022 at the age of 89. I mention the deaths of these two very successful African American celebrities to illustrate the point that even in the 1960s and 70s, it was possible to succeed in the entertainment industry and sports on merit. I concede that opportunities for African Americans and people of color were not as wide open as for whites in those times. But change would have come as was happening worldwide with Britain, France, Spain, and Portugal giving independence to their colonies, and nations in the United Nations clamoring for equality of opportunity for all peoples. However, German masqueraders stepped in to eliminate pure merit, talent, and hard work to a large degree as the criteria for succeeding in a career in music, entertainment, and sports. Those who tried, succeeded, and refused to give in to the masqueraders' threats were murdered as a warning to others. Examples include Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, and Selena Quintanilla. Much of this evil in society ended about 20 to 21 years ago when the masqueraders were fully exposed. However, some individuals who pay heed to seducing human demon spirits still continue to trouble society with their murders and mass shootings. The lesson for America is that the only way to get back to a society where merit, talent, and hard work lead to success in one's chosen career and not committing murder of innocent people is to exterminate those who control the whole criminal enterprise, the German masqueraders. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please continue to watch my videos and read my articles on important world events, World War III watch, politics, international business, advice on health and medical problems, and much more for in-depth and insightful analysis. Please also subscribe to my YouTube and Facebook channels Unmasked Truth with Harmanjit Saini to view and get information on the latest videos. Some people do not have the time to go through the full length of videos. They find it more convenient to read the text of the video. Unfortunately, YouTube does not provide the capability to make the text of my videos available on YouTube. But fortunately, Facebook does provide that capability. So I make the text of my videos available on my Facebook channel, which you can then easily copy.